Well, you know, when you're surrounded by water, you tend to have a profound relationship with the sea. You certainly become aware of its strength and respectful of its fury. And if you go around to the graveyards in Prince Edward Island, you'll find that they're filled with memorials to people who've been lost at sea. Over the years, we've had a number of famous storms. We all remember the devastation of Hurricane Juan just a few years ago. There weren't any lives lost. But in terms of sheer damage and lives lost and lives disrupted, probably no storm in the history of the province matches the famous gale of November 1851, the Yankee Gale. It was so named because it wreaked havoc on what was referred to as the Yankee fishing fleet, a number of fishing vessels that were fishing off the north shore of Prince Edward Island, in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, just off the coast of Cavendish, as a matter of fact. Fishing there, ships primarily from Gloucester, Massachusetts, from all along the New England coast. There were dozens of ships that went down, and many, many lives, hundreds of lives that were lost. Alan, among other things, is an historian, and a couple of years ago he was doing some research at the archives in Charlottetown. And he was doing some research on the Yankee Gale and was looking at a newspaper of the day, the 1851 newspaper, and he came across an article, an advertisement, really, by a man by the name of James Wixon from Gloucester, Massachusetts. And James Wixon was looking for evidence of the body of his son, James Wixon Jr., who was lost in the Yankee Gale. And he described his son's clothing and pleaded with islanders to help him find the body of his son so that he might repatriate it, bring it back to Gloucester, Massachusetts for burial in the view of the family. And Alan was so inspired by that article that he wrote this beautiful, beautiful song called The Yankee Gale.
Oh, his name's James Wixon, the same as my own. Come here, stranger, to bring him back home. He sailed out of Gloucester in early September to fish in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Oh, the life of a fisherman runs with the tide, changes with the hue of the sky. And a boy of 18, all his memories and dreams can be lost to the depths of the brine. Oh, Gloucesterman, Gloucesterman, pull down your sail. Your vessel is caught in the teeth of the gale. Your wives and your children will see you no more. You'll be blown up like the sand on the Cavendish shore. Any piece of his clothing I would recognize. I saw it hang to dry on the line. His blue outside jacket and gray pantaloons, and the mittens his grandmother made. I tried You'll be blown up like the sand on the Cavendish shore. So plentiful are the mackerel these days, much needed for chasing the cod. Ah, but the men go down with their herring lines, they give all to the mercy of God.